Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois, and welcome back to Terraria Melee Only Challenge. In the last episode, we got a lot done. We defeated the Queen Bee a couple of times in order to get the Beekeeper, one of the swords required for the Zenith, which is the goal of this series. And we also came here to the dungeon to defeat Skeletron, which we succeeded at. So the plan for today is pretty simple. We're gonna explore the dungeon first of all, and then we are going to head off to the Crimson. There are so many water candles here. We're gonna head off to the Crimson so that we can get access to Crimtane and the Blood Butcher, one of the swords required for the Knight's Edge, which is required for getting well, the Zenith. So a lot of things to collect. Now in the dungeon we do need to have keys, and I don't currently have any keys. So well, that's it for the dungeon. Not really. That is still so weird to me that the crumbling blocks are a thing. In order to get any further, we need crumbling blocks. And yeah, now there is a couple of things that we're gonna find in the dungeon that's gonna be super useful later. Specifically, if we can ever get the corruption key, or I guess technically it's the Crimson key, and find the Crimson chest in here. Once we defeat Plantera, there is a very good weapon we can collect. So that just goes straight down. I do need to keep an eye out for any additional things. You know, I would usually collect those, but we can't summon things, so no reason. I like that the drawers are actual things you can use to. Ooh, we got a tally counter. Cool. The drawers are actually storage, which is kind of neat. Alright, so another dead end, also known as the more crumbling. This one goes up. This dungeon is so weird. I will say the dungeons are a lot more difficult to explore nowadays. And it's the mechanic. Somebody that we don't really need. Hey, there's our first key. But I will free her before she dies. And she died. Alright, Spelunker Potion. Cool. It's a shame she died, but not much we can do about that. Alright, we do need to be careful here, because we can die very easily. And yeah, it's something to kind of keep in mind. But let's open a chest, and in it we have a Cobalt Shield. That is actually really good. And then we died. There's some gold there. Okay, so Cobalt Shield is a really good weapon. I need to get rid of the water candles. Our sword is not fast enough at swinging to do much. Okay, so let's go ahead and quick stock our stuff. I am recording this basically right after the last episode, so I'm gonna need to get some better potions. So I haven't done anything with inventory or anything like that. Now let's see. We need to get some sand. I've got to remember how to do this. It's been a while since I've done a lot of the basics of Terraria. But if we grab some glass, I don't remember how much we need. It's just one piece. We'll grab some bottles and put a bottle on a work table. And then we should be able to make better potions. And yeah, we made some better potions. Okay. So we'll save those. Let's go ahead and just deposit everything. And I'm going to look around and see if we have any good potions other than the Spelunker. We have more healing potions. So we do get those sometimes from various enemies. Bosses, namely. But let's take this potion out. Potions are always kind of like the bane of my existence because I never make them. Now the other thing we can do is go ahead. Man, I cannot wait to get the Goblin Tinkerer. So let's go ahead and put the Spelunker potion in here. We'll keep the Cobalt Shield on us. And I guess let's just go head back. Let's see, any more potions in here? Sort the items. Water walking, invisibility, hunter potions. I guess we'll take the hunter potion. Just keep those stacked. But not really much of anything. Alright, so I'm going to make the long walk back over to the dungeon. And then, you know, we'll just kind of have to deal with getting through the dungeon as quickly as possible. So I'll be back once I'm over there. Alright, we're back in the dungeon. Didn't take too long to get over here, but obviously don't need to bring you guys on for just the boring walk. I did find another chest that I think I found already. Picked up everything else from it. And let's go ahead and start getting rid of some stuff. Some of these water candles. Because way too many of them. And they're causing issues. So let's shut the door for a second. They can't open the doors, but it does take them a moment to actually get through that. So we can get another tally counter apparently. And collect all the rest of that stuff. So, yeah. Let's just get through this area. And continue searching. So we need to get keys. Keys are the important thing down here. So that we can open more chests. Because we need the sword. That's what I am looking for. And I think it is going to be better than the Blade of Grass. At least I'm hoping it is. So, oh, I thought I already killed him. I don't know why. He was clearly standing in front of us. That is probably a trap. There are so many water candles in here. Are they... Wait, that was a dungeon candle. Okay, that can go back. I don't think that gives the water candle effect, but this one certainly does. We're also bleeding, which is never good. And we still need to find more and more and more paths, but also we need to find keys. I don't know why we're having such issue finding keys. Let's activate a hunter potion. We're underneath a spider biome. Interesting. So there is... I mean, we can't break the dungeon. We need a better pickaxe for that, unfortunately. But there is very clearly a spider cave above us. Which is not really important. I thought about that for a second and realized it's not really important. Because the spiders are a summoner. It's a summoner thing, not a melee thing. Wow, we are just... Oh, they don't activate those. Interesting. So yeah, we've killed 33 angry bones. Have we got any more keys? No, of course not. We need to keep going down, keep lighting things up. There is some crimtane there that we cannot get. And here is our first Biome Chest, which we can't open. Because we don't have the key. And even if we did have the key, one, that is a hollow chest, I do believe. Yeah, I believe that's the hollow chest. And can't even... we won't be able to even use that once we get to that point. Because I believe it is a ranged weapon. Or it's magic. It's one of the two. It's a gun, but it could be a magic gun. Because those exist. Alright, so there is some more breaking away stuff. There is another water candle. I'm gonna collect every single one of those I see. Just because I really... Ooh, gravitation potions. Those are nice. I really can't let the... let the water candle stay. Because they will kind of ruin my day. Spawning too many things. And we're almost dead anyways. I just now looked at my health. Wow. Okay. So this area is just so broken. I wish we could get some more keys. There is only one enemy that has like a guaranteed drop of keys. Everything else is random chance. And it's a relatively low chance, I do believe. But if we can find some dungeon slimes, they have a 100% chance, I do believe. And this, I think, is gonna take us back over as a little bit of a shortcut. There we go. So, yeah, we just need to get more keys. And there is a dungeon slime. And the crimson chest. So we have a golden key now. We're going to go ahead and use it on this one. And we got the magic missile. A weapon we can't use. Yay! Exactly what I wanted. There is a brown chest there, which is good. I can't get to it from here, though. Yeah, so that is the crimson chest. The crimson biome chest. It is really good if we can get the key, because it is a melee weapon. And it's a very good melee weapon, for that matter. It used to be a lot more powerful, but then it got nerfed because it was too powerful. So that's a thing. So let's just continue going downwards. Make sure I didn't get a key and not notice. Alright, so more broken dungeon. And let's just... I was trying to light this up, but apparently I need to just kill things. My hand was not on the keyboard. Alright, so getting through these guys is not the worst. Also not the best. I want to try to get up to where the brown chest was, because like I said, that should, at least I think I said, that should have a key in it. I think all brown chests that you find in a dungeon are forced to have at least one key. But whether or not we can get to it is kind of the problem. So let's just ignore Mr. Waterbolt over there. That is a really good magic weapon, by the way. When we end up playing as a mage, the Waterbolt is probably going to be one of our first, like, really good weapons. And we've killed 50 angry bones. That is way too many angry bones. Alright, so this will get us up here. And we can pick up the spikes, by the way. I haven't been doing that all that much, but we can avoid spikes that way. Let's just go through here. There are multiple water candles in this room, and I would like to remove those. Alright, so guess we can head up here. Kill all these angry bones. We got a golden key. That is awesome. We currently have one. And we need more, obviously. We always need more. There is going to be a point where we don't need any more golden keys because we'll have effectively all that we will ever need. Just because of, there's only so many golden chests. We can actually fish up golden chests. And I wasn't paying attention to my health. And I thought I could get around that. That is really unfortunate. So we can actually fish in the dungeon and fish up golden keys. Which would be kind of cool, but also completely unnecessary. Alright, so we're going to stick the water candles in here. I don't think I've dumped off any others. There's always the chance that I have, but I don't think I have. Sort. I certainly don't see any. Except they're here. Alright, so we're going to sort. We are going to quick stack close to every chest. And we should be left with very little. So, we're just going to deposit everything we can, except for our gravitation potions, which we'll get to another time. Those will go in here. Alright, so inventory is cleared up. I guess for now, let's go ahead and head to the Crimson. This Crimson is probably the closer one and is also decently well positioned, so we should be able to get what we need. And what we need to do is we need to go blow up some stuff. So we can't use bombs as weapons. Well, we could. I guess technically we can use bombs as a weapon. They're not anything. They're explosives. But I'm not going to use bombs as weapons intentionally. It'll be much like the pickaxe. So for this challenge with the melee only, using the pickaxe doesn't actually matter. We're gonna need some more wood. Is there more trees on the way? There are. Okay. So yeah, using the pickaxe is technically melee damage, and for this challenge, being melee only, it does not matter one bit. By the way, you can use the hook to go a little bit faster, to gain some momentum. Kind of neat trick that's very old. But yeah, so the pickaxe is technically melee damage. Same with the axe and the hammer and all that kind of stuff. And there is going to be the point where I'm going to be, chopping stuff. And here comes a, eye or something like that. And I'm going to hit it with melee damage when I'm supposed to only use magic. Those don't count. It's one thing to kind of... One, they do next to no damage. And two, it's just kind of gonna happen. It's just I can't use dedicated weapons that are different classes and whatnot. So we'll grab a little bit more wood. And then we will be at the Crimson. So we need the wood so that we can craft up some more platforms. And we're going to also want some more campfires. Because it's boss time. We're going to fight the Brain of Cthulhu, which should be pretty easy. If we can defeat Skeletron, the Brain should not cause us really any problems. Other than potentially getting it to summon. So we need to go to the cave that is right up here, and this will lead us deep into the Crimson, which is where we need to be. It's also going to lead us to a chest, which I never got. It has a spear. Spears are actually pretty good for early game. At this point, they're not. This is a very weird Crimson. This is such a weird Crimson. Not a bad way, but it's just very broken up. Caves went through it, and it looks kind of weird. Okay, so let's just continue heading down. And we'll be able to find what we're looking for very soon, I'm sure. So what we're looking for is hearts. Namely, well, one, this big chamber is exactly where we're going to fight our big boss. So we're going to apparently have issues placing things. And let's just kill everything. Let's switch this stuff out. Okay. So we're going to want some room. And we're probably going to want some light. Well, hello, Mr. Face. At some point, I'm going to not misplace blocks. And that point will probably be never. But, yeah, we need to just make a little bit of a platform area. Let's get some light in here as well. Wow, you were coming fast at me. But that's fine. So let's get up here. That should be fine. Let's make another bit of a platform. I'm going to definitely need more. And yeah, crafting while being attacked is never fun. Alright, so that should be more than enough for right now. Let's get another platform. Doesn't have to be extended all the way across. I wanted the bottom one just so that we have a nice level platform to work with. And, well, currently, we can't break this stone. This is crimstone, and it is unbreakable by us. Kind of awful. Because, well, we need to get to some hearts so that we can break the hearts of the Crimson to summon the boss, to get items, to do a lot of things, to be perfectly honest. And, well, in order to do that, that's why we have bombs. Bombs will help with that. So let's put a campfire on every single floor, and that should be fine. So we need to go down these little tendrils. And it looks like there's 4 of them in this area. And at the end of them will be these hearts. Now this is what we're after. And we're going to make some sticky bombs so that we can get to these hearts. And hopefully get some good items from them. But we'll probably not. So let's put a sticky bomb there. That should allow us entrance into here. And we'll pick up some crimstone. And we need to make 3 of these. Now, it looks like we're going to need one more sticky bomb right here. And it might blow up this part. It did not. But we can also break them with a hammer. It's slow, but... Ooh, wow, we got a very good gun. So if you don't know about prefixes, Godly is like the best. We also got a panic necklace, which is pretty good as well. So there is 2. So increased movement speed after taking damage. We don't have any movement speed upgrades currently, which is unfortunate. But we could easily use that. I don't know that I'm going to, but we could. There's a yellow slime for whatever reason. Okay. So let's go down this path. And there's one more. This one we're going to start with just a normal bomb. And... okay, now we need a couple sticky bombs. And... cool. So, something we could do And with all these spiders, I think it might be a good idea. Let's throw a bomb in here and run away. Because the Brain of Cthulhu has awakened. Now, the Brain of Cthulhu is not that difficult to deal with. He's right up here. He has a whole bunch of little eyes that we have to kill first. And with our sword, this should not be that hard. They are going to do a good bit of damage. And they're going to give us tissue samples, as well as crimtane ore, which is both things we need. So we just got to do as much damage to these as we can. And at some point, they'll all die. And once that happens, the brain comes alive. And the brain is... well, he has 1,000 health, so this isn't going to take long. But he teleports around and attacks you. Does damage. All that kind of fun stuff. And he... believe we'll start seeing copies. Or is that just a expert mode? It might be just an expert mode thing. But the brain is basically dead. There we go. And we'll get some more crimtane. So, nothing too difficult with that. But now, we can get some upgrades. And some decent upgrades at that. So, first things first, I want to make sure that we've collected everything. We have 193 crimtane ore, which is pretty good. Then we need to see what we got down here, which is blocked. Sticky bomb to the rescue. Alright, so there is a rotted fork. The rotted fork is actually a pretty good weapon, but at this point with our blade of grass, it's not that good. It is a spear, 15 melee damage. It's pretty quick, but not really anything we want. So let's head home. And it's time to make some upgrades. So it's time to make some stuff that we're going to need. One thing we're going to need, crimtane. So we're just going to turn all that into crimtane. And with this, we need to make the Blood Butcher. That is important. We also need to make the pickaxe, the Deathbringer Pickaxe, which requires the tissue samples. So you have to defeat the Brain of Cthulhu in order to get the pickaxe from the Crimson. Which is able to mine Hellstone. That is really important. But we could get crimtane ore, and therefore the weapons... ooh, that's not bad, actually. Good prefix. We could get the ore to get the weapons from just... the duck quacked. From just fighting the Eye of Cthulhu, which we have not done in this series at all, because there's not much reason to. So we're going to go ahead and make the Deathbringer Pickaxe and upgrade that. We'll put this in here for now, because we're going to need it for the Knight's Edge. And do we want to make armor? So here is the thing. 20, 45, 60. We need 60 ore to make a full set. Now, the helmet is 3 defense versus 6 defense. The Crimson armor is much, much better. So I think it would probably be smart to go ahead and make it. So we're going to have to go kill the brain another time. And I mean, even with the set bonus, it's better to do it this way. So let's keep... not that way. Let's keep this stuff on us. We will quick stack everything else. And I need to get a storage system set up probably between this episode and next. Once I have a little bit more time to just kind of set and actually do that. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's go ahead and put all of this stuff in here as well, because we do not need ranged weaponry at all. And cool. So we can just head back to the Crimson, and if we break another 3 hearts, we'll get another Brain of Cthulhu. So let's go ahead and do that, so that we can get the Crimtane armor, which is, like I said, pretty good. After that, the next kind of step is to finish exploring the dungeon, and getting the dungeon sword, the Muramasa. I had to think. It's not the Masamune, it's the Murasame. Murasame, I believe in Japanese like folklore, is a cursed sword. I could be wrong on that, so don't take my word on that. But I believe it is a cursed sword, which is why it looks like it does in the game. But we'll head off next episode to get the last 2 pieces to the Knight's Edge before, well, turning and looking and seeing if we want to get into hard mode already. Well, this is only the 4th episode. This should be a relatively short-ish series, just because of the nature of what we're doing. It's not that difficult to get through normal mode. Normal mode is, well, normal difficulty. Expert mode is a little bit more grindy. You have to be a little bit more prepared. And Master mode is, well, scary. I haven't actually played Master mode at all, so I don't know what it's like. And, you know, maybe at some point we will do these challenges with melee only, or magic only, or ranged only, for the various... okay, so there's 2 hearts here, so we should be able to do this. For the various difficulties, but I don't know. This just seemed like a fun thing to do, and I wanted to get back to playing Terraria, and yeah, it's just going to be fun. So we got another Undertaker. That is boring. But now we can break Crimstone. We can also break, I believe, the dungeon blocks. I could be wrong on that one. We got another Rotted Fork. Boring. There is another item that we can get, I think, from all this, but I don't remember for certain. So let's just get in here, break this, and another panic necklace. Okay, so we need to get up to our arena, and we just get in here, do a lot of damage, all these things, and the bees are flying. We don't have to worry too much about anything, to be honest. Alright, so we're almost done. Will this be enough materials to make the rest of the armor? Probably. So yeah, the Brain of Cthulhu is not that difficult. Even when you have geared weapon, you don't go to the jungle. Going to the jungle is actually kind of sequence breaking, because the jungle is supposed to be a lot harder than what we dealt with. But yeah, even in normal difficulty, which we got a trophy, which is kind of cool, the brain is not that difficult. Alright, so we have another trophy to put up. And let's just put it right there. Perfect. Okay, so we should have enough stuff to make the rest of the armor. So we need the helmet. And we need just another ingot. We can go ahead and turn them all into ingots if we want to do. And then the greaves. So now we have the Crimtane armor. 19 defense, not bad. 2% increased damage on each piece. And we have greatly increased life regen, which is really nice. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have some work to do, getting the a little bit organized with the chests and all that kind of fun stuff. You know, we also need to start looking into selling items that we don't need anymore and that kind of stuff too. But for the most part, we just need to head to the dungeon, finish up getting more keys. That's important. And we need to find the Goblin Tinkerer. That would be really important to find and do here soon. It looks like I need to make some more houses. I'm just going to continue going upwards into this tree. And I'll probably have even more houses into the branches. But nothing too fancy. And one of the big things that we're going to need to do next time is head to the underworld and start collecting hellstone. So that is the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!